Woof woof. Delmar Dog Life. Out walking Zuko and Annie. I'm at the Carmel Valley Community Park doing a morning walk. Okay. Got a host dog Annie today, 11 years old, a dachshund, 2.5-year-old Labrador Whippet mix, Zuko. Let's see, we're gonna go up to the next level here. I got a sponsor, T-Milia Tea. Great tea, great life. Link is in the description. So, going on Reddit, looking at the Reddit forums for dog walkers and pet sitters, I came across r/WagWalker. There's a couple WAG specific subreddits on Reddit. Yeah, it's a subreddit, so there's a Reddit. So a couple forums specifically for WAG. Both seem to be kind of active. I guess one is like a customer side, where customers can post, and the other one is for walkers and sitter specific side. So this one is on the WagWalker forum, and so let's go up the stairs first before we continue on. So as it starts out, the WagWalker is whoops, stay. This just fell. It's constantly falling off. I don't like those things. I pretty much mentioned them before. Those little holders for your bags, and it explodes open anytime it gets tapped lightly, and then you have like a stream, like a fireworks stream that pops out of your bag, your roll of bags. So and then you have like half the holder still stuck on your leash. So that just happened again. So I'm gonna just leave it like that. I'm not gonna even try to fix it anymore. It's like the third or fourth time it keeps popping off. So a lot of times they'll pop off and I just lose it. I won't be able to regain it again. I just end up losing it. Okay, hold on guys. We're gonna do this here. Attach them to each other so that they're not as twisty. I like to do it this way so that one dog is attached to the other dog. That way if someone bolts, well, Annie can slow him down a little bit. So, the WagWalker posted, can't book walks because I requested a cover. So, just to preface, I'm not on WAG. I've applied to WAG before. At one point I was accepted, but because the website was so wonky, I couldn't complete my profile. So I try, and it's after so many attempts, it finally I just kind of gave up as I couldn't get a hold of the support. I could never get a hold of support. They don't have a support. They have a email. So I think you just talk to. You can't actually speak to someone. It's all through emails. Rover is kind of like that now. I think Rover had to get rid of their phone operators over the pandemic because there weren't any bookings. They probably had to lay a bunch of people off. That people weren't traveling and weren't doing the dogs. So I don't know if WAG ever had people you could speak to, but I've never actually been able to get on WAG and stay like on the platform. Like every time I log in and it gives some sort of swirling screen. I mean, when it has my profile, but it's just like a blank white page for some reason. So I'm not surprised by what's happening here. So WAG has a policy. If you've booked someone and you need to cancel, I guess they make you find a cover. They have to, you have to find the cover, someone to cover for them. If you can't cancel on the sitter end once you've accepted it, it affects, it makes problems for you in their algorithm ranking. So what they do is, if you ask for, you can't just out and out cancel. You have to go and find another sitter and request for them to cover for you, or you have to make a request for WAG to find another sitter for you. And so if probably by email, and who knows how long that can take to actually get a reply back from them. So what happens is, she says, now I'm locked out for 2 weeks, is what she says. Like, she had to cancel, and then now she asked for a cover, and she's locked out. So they said it may take up to 2 weeks, despite the fact that out of my over 800 services, I rarely request a cover. Does anyone else have this issue? So I feel like I'm kind of dodging a bullet by not being on the WAG platform. And so the replies here, yeah, it says, someone said, happened to me and I had a medical emergency to cover. It was really ridiculous. So that means that it's pretty one-sided. WAG seems to be like the Doordash pet sitting to me, because it is completely, I feel like it's devalued any sort of relationship that you can have with your walker, with your sitter. I think people will instead of the customer coming and requesting you, they post how much they have, what they would like to pay, and how much they're offering. It's like some sort of standard rate that WAG sets. And WAG takes 40% out, which is ridiculous. 40% plus another 30% for taxes. Where is your money after all of this? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, 40% plus another 30% for taxes. You are not making any money working for WAG. And especially after they will, cut you for having an emergency. You can't, you had an emergency? You can't work for 2 weeks. And then, hold on, buddy. Is there, I think this dog sees probably sees a rabbit. So, and then other people are like, yes, it's completely one-sided, and they don't have any way of, there's no recourse. You can't actually speak to anyone, and, so another person says, I have a 5-star walker with 500 reviews. Had to request a cover for the first time in literal months last week, and was banned for a week. It's ridiculous. And, they're like, oh, I can't get walks for a week. And so it happened a while back. I had 1,000 services with 4.8 stars. I requested a cover, and then they banned me for 2 days for requesting a cover. So on my side of, I'm only a rover only right now. Rover, and then I do independent. I'm posting my profile on Nextdoor, and I have a Handlr profile that I'm setting up for payments, so that I can, if I can have that sort of scheduling software and tracking all the features that the other apps add. It's Handlr is for an independent person. I don't know what the Handlr fee is yet, because I haven't actually haven't actually had it required a customer to book them yet. Most of the time, for my independent ones, I just use the Google Calendar, and PayPal, if it's going to be independent. So I'm really haven't felt the need too much to, like, oh, I really want to get on Wag. That's where all the dogs are. Everyone's going there. And I know, like Wag the YouTube channel, they spam so many these like little info videos about different breeds or little dog tips. And it's like, I want to say like 30-40 videos a day. So that they're really trying to like market themselves, you know, on YouTube or just in general, because and take advantage of maybe like some bad press that Rover has had. But I feel it's pretty accurate on both ends. Like those are the things that you're going to expect if you don't want your dog in a brick and mortar boarding kennel. I want my dog to stay with the family. I want it to be comfortable in a home. And so those are the issues that you have. And so the single sitter, you know, normally you could just, like, my sitter canceled on me a few weeks ago before my Ventura trip. And it really wasn't that big a deal. I don't know if she was penalized. I hope she wasn't, honestly. She had to go see her family overseas. And so that's a good reason, you know, somebody is in need in your family, and they're across the world, you got to take care of that first. So I found another sitter, and I hope she wasn't penalized. I don't think Rover penalizes you for that. On the app, you know, it's like that. I guess Wag has this dashboard, and it has the ratings. It has 5-star ratings, 4.5-star ratings, blah blah blah, and then it shows like the acceptance, how often they accept. Does this person accept every booking? All those things. The metrics on there are not really helpful. That doesn't really support or benefit the walker. None of the features on WagWalker benefit the sitter or the independent contractor. It's the fact that if a company can ban you temporarily, put you in timeout on a normal thing. Like I would say, okay, if you're going to run an algorithm for that, like, okay, maybe 20%. You know, you can cancel up to 20%, and then it becomes a problem because then we think that you're going off app. Wag, it just sounds like their policies force people off app. All of it seems like a really easy way to decide, I'm not going to give you 40% anymore. You banned me last time. Oh, I'm back. I think I'm going to do a meet and greet now. And instead of booking, I'm going to make sure that that sitter has my phone number and my email, and that she can call me personally instead. And that way I can, you know, make the WAG customer my customer. And that's what 40% does to you. That's what that 40% take does, is it sends people off app. That's what, you know, having a computer in charge of banning people does. And then you question, all our sitters they're not booking, you know, correctly. They're going off app, and they're keeping our customers. And we're gonna, you know, search all of your chats, and for the use of the word Venmo and PayPal and stuff, and some emails about going off app. In the meantime, we're going to take 40% off, and if you have a family emergency, you're just not going to work for 2 weeks after that either. You know, you're going to be, you know, soft banned, you know, 2 days, 2 weeks, who knows? Just, you get no more money now because you had an emergency. You were unable to care for this dog, even if it's a circumstance where the owner didn't give you all the information that you needed, and there were too many. It was not as advertised, and you had to cancel. Well, it's still on you. We're still gonna you're not gonna make any money. We're not gonna give you any support. We're gonna take 40% off. All those things just doesn't sound appealing for WAG. Independent just sounds like the best way to go. you know, find your local neighborhood next door groups. Find it on Facebook. There's community groups on Facebook. There's got to be other ways. And then, you know, basically, you know, like you start with neighbors. If you're getting the bookings from them, you know, like the more you rely on them, the longer you rely on them, the more you're going to have to be stuck on them. So with me and Rover, watch out, Annie. There's too many ants over here. Come on, too many ants. You know, I've got 180 reviews. I'm kind of attached to the platform now. I can't just not, you know. I've got too much time and reviews invested into it, and I don't really have a way of transferring those reviews off entirely. You know, I can kind of copy and paste them and put them on my on my nextdoor profile, so that, you know, I have over 150 repeat customers. And then I also use my Instagram for photos. So anytime I always mention my Instagram in my profile. So I'll just say, on the Rover profile, it doesn't let you have the word Instagram, so you got to type the I and the G, that sort of thing, or just Inta, you know, like don't spell it all out. Either way, I want them to see more pictures, and I don't really like to go off app myself. I want to keep my customers, my Rover customers, or Rover customers, and my nextdoor customers, even because the rates reflect differently. I'm raising my rates on Rover for the neighborhood. I'm going to keep the rates the same on nextdoor, so that I actually get the same amount of money no matter what. As far as WAG, oh my gosh, this banning stuff, like banned by an algorithm, where I have to go out and I have to bid for, oh, let's see how many dog walks are available today. You know, does a customer get the same walker each time by putting requests up, by putting offers up, and so like you're getting a bunch of different random sitters, and so that's another thing that I really don't, you know, makes me worry about WAG, makes me worried about WAG, because that if I was you know, I need someone to walk my dog. I'm gonna go to LA in a couple weeks. I need somebody to walk my dog. I want to have this, like, I have to meet the sitter each time. I'm not gonna just have a sitter come over sight unknown and then like come into the lockbox just because they have a lockbox code. So it's like a different sitter, a different person in my home every time, and I'm sure they have a background check. Yes. I don't want that to happen. I don't want different people, you know, like, I want to have the same sitter every time. I want to have a relationship with the person who's caring for my dog, because my dog is not going to just let random people come in and take him out of the house. That's she's going to be like, what are you doing? You know, maybe she'll figure it out, but if you have a row of, you know, if you're doing a weekly repeat of sitters, and then, you know, like, oh, it's a different sitter every week. How does that work? Is that really how it works? I mean, with this one, this was an actual boarding stay. Looks like he's referring to. What are we up here for? What was that? You gotta relieve yourself again? Okay, yeah, looks like it. Pan off. He's doing the circle. Like, oh, here's a grassy spot. We can't go up there. Come on. We're over here. There's more over here. So, yeah, WagWalker. Getting banned, getting, you know, not able to accept any bookings, just because, for that reason, it just doesn't seem like a good idea for anything for me. Let's get out of the way of this guy here. Come on, Annie. Over here. it up. Teamelia, tea.com. Teamelia. Teammellia. Great tea, great life. Green teas, matcha teas, black teas, powdered milky teas, non-caffeinated herbal teas, chamomile, cosmetol, and black tea, shipped to your home in the U.S. Teamelia Tea. Great tea, great life. Thank you.